Hello, and welcome to Scrapbook process video number 15 called We Are Good at Weird. So I just started off this layout with a little bit of sprays and stuff. I used some yellow mica spray and then the Studio Calico Mr. Huey's. I know it comes up as quite an orange, but I think it's called yellow or something like it. And what I did with that was add quite a lot of ink in certain places and added some extra water, and as you see, sort of tapped it against my cutting mat to have that sort of drippy effect going across like that. And thinking about it, that would be, if you did it in different colours, good if you wanted to do something galaxy themed. That's just me thinking out loud there. Future plans. So yes, you can see the photos there are some very silly selfies of my sister and I. One of my sisters, there are three. Yes, just taking silly selfies. So for this layout, I am using the Amy Tan Oh Happy Life collection, and from this collection I only have papers. I don't have anything else at all. I just have the papers. Hey Little Magpie did a sale a while back, and they had the entire paper collection for, it was like £6, £6.50, something like that. So I snapped it up because it was a ridiculously good price, and it was like 30 papers or something ridiculous like that. So yes, I have to get a tiny bit creative on just using the papers. So I decided to do one of these things that I see a lot of other scrapbookers doing, and I've never really done it before, which is use like two really big bits of paper or cardstock or whatever, or sometimes they use 3 or 4, but yes, and do them in sort of a cross as a border or something like that. I don't know, just something I haven't done before, and I thought I'd give it a go. And as it was kind of my first time in doing something like this, I spent ages trimming them down some more, but anyway, I cannot remember at all what each paper is called. I'm sorry, I filmed this a few weeks ago, which reminds me, I have to apologise. This was long before I had my new camera setup that I've got now, and you can just see the little tripod feet sticking out at the top there, so I have to apologise for that, because yes, I didn't notice when I was filming, and I have a better setup now, but still a couple of videos pre-filmed. But anyway, so I chose some really colourful papers to do those border things. I matted my black and white photos just with a little bit of white just to help them pop even more. Being black and white, they do pop out a lot on those really colourful backgrounds, but just more popping required. So you can see in that basket there, with this collection of papers I have gone fussy cutting mad, because I need my die cuts. Not that they're die cut when they're fussy cut, but you know what I mean. So yes, in that basket I think is 4 or 5 papers worth of fussy cutting, and people who do a lot of fussy cutting will appreciate how much work and effort that is. Depending on the size of the things you're cutting out, it can take up to an hour or more to cut out one 12-12. So yes, that basket is called My Hand Hurts. So yes, anyway, so lots and lots of things fussy cut. So that paper with all those big floral things, good words, Grace, good words, but the big floral clusters, I fussy cut them with a bit of a white halo around, because obviously some of the bits are too intricate to fussy cut. I mean, you could if you were really determined, I suppose, but I was not. And I kind of like the white halo around fussy cut stuff. It's a phase, maybe, I'm going through, I don't know, but I'm fond of the white halo around these things. So that's why they look like that, just in case you were wondering. So I spent approximately 400 years figuring out where to put what. And despite all the fussy cutting, I think I've only used the flower clusters and the feathers in this one. I use some of the other ones in another layout, which will be out next week. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yes, so for situations like what I'm doing right now, when I'm not entirely sure on how I want the, let's just call them embellishments for now. I know they're fussy cut, but it's just easier to say. So if I'm not sure, and for that one, for example, on the lower photo, some of it's behind the photo, some of it's in front of the photo, I just put a little dab of Pritt Stick on it, because with Pritt Stick you've got a couple of minutes before it dries completely, and you can still manoeuvre the thing around, but you still want it attached, because otherwise it's just going to fall off. So yeah, that's what I do. I put a tiny dab of Pritt Stick, and then I can move it around a little bit, and it works for someone as indecisive as I am. So that is what I did. So yes, I have a feeling I have left in too much footage of me fiddling around with all of these flowers and feathers, but I was doing it forever. I am not exaggerating here. It took me ages, and I moved them around a lot, and I changed my mind, and yeah, it went on for a while. So with the embellishments like that, when there's, you know, I put double-sided tape because it's kind of the most reliable thing on the big bits, and then for the little bits, I either put Pritt Stick on it, on the little intricate bits, or if I want it flat, or if I want them to be slightly pokey outy, definitely a proper phrase there, pokey outy, I will put glue dots on the back. So there's a mix of me doing that, either Pritt Stick on the intricate bits, or a little glue dot just to add layers and whatnot. I did change things from the photo. If you're paying really close attention to the photo I took to remind myself where to put what, things did change slightly, but yeah. So what happens next? Am I taking another photo? I'm taking another photo. Always have my phone handy for this because I just can't remember where I want stuff. I really can't. So I am struggling because I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I don't know what else to say to you. There's me putting some glue dots on like I was saying just before. Yes. Yes. What an excellent voiceover. Oh, look, a title. I'm doing something different. How exciting. So, being a title that's long-ish, not that long, but We're Good at Weird is long-ish, I wanted to use different alphas, different sizes, different colours and all that kind of thing. So the first is the grey one, which is from the Simple Story Snap thing, whatever they're called. I need some more of those actually because I'm starting to rapidly run out of important letters like vowels. Putting an apostrophe on we're because grammar is important, ladies and gentlemen. Those little blue alphas are from HEMA. And then those big black ones I'm using are, I think they're from Hobbycraft. It could have been the range, but I'm leaning towards Hobbycraft. And they're actually felt, which is not my favourite of the textures, but I wanted them to be black, and I wanted like a mix of fonts and a mix of uppercase and lowercase, and yes. And then I realised I actually wanted that big part of the title, the weird, down at the bottom, overlapping the dotty coloured bit, so I had to remove everything down again, and I restuck some stuff on it just because. So I decided there just needs to be one little extra thing, and instead of, it needed some more black because of that big word there, and instead of splattering black ink or paint or whatever, because I thought that would be a bit too much, I did something a little bit different. Not something I've done before, at least not in scrapbooking, which is just like little doodles with a gel pen. They're just little, like how you would test a pen kind of thing, just little things. I don't know how to describe them, just little scratches, I don't know, but I'm quite happy with the way they turned out. So there we go. There is the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all very soon. Bye bye.